Right, we're back on 67 Hail Hail on YouTube. My name's Hamish Carton. I'm joined once again by John Reid. How are you doing, John?
Hi Hamish, good to be back.
Good weekend?
Not bad apart from the terrible weather, but that's Scotland for you.
Just shows the commitment we've got to you guys. We're here braving it. I had to come through, hundreds of snow, wind, rain, sleet, the lot, just to get here. But we're here and we're ready to talk about Celtic again. After another weekend victory, it just seemed to keep rolling by. Away wins for Celtic, twice a week it is at the moment. This one was in the Cup, of course. We took care of League One side Clyde. 3-0 it was. It was pretty comfortable. I think John Kennedy, after the game, he was doing the media duties. He described it as being, we were always in control. It wasn't an incredible performance, but the game was never in doubt, basically.
No, it was one of the no-win games, really. I mean,
exactly, yeah.
If we'd struggled, people would have complained, and it's because it was an easy win, we're not going to get loads of praise and just move on. It's
not as if we've ever had like a massive upset at Clyde or anything.
Not that I can think of.
Nah, so job was done very neatly, 3-0. We're going to touch on 3 players as well. One of them got in the score sheet. We'll come on to him in a wee minute. We're going to start with the one who started, though. He started up top. It was Patryk Klimala. Up until the game on Sunday, we'd only ever seen him coming on. I think he'd maybe come on 2 or 3 games as a sub. Probably had about half an hour in total over that time. We didn't see a great deal to, judge him either way. Yesterday we got a better glimpse at him. He looked pretty sharp, I thought. He was able to link up with the forwards who were playing, the other midfielders. He looked like he had something to his game. He had a good chance, midway through the first half that he should probably have gone low and scored. He didn't. However, he did help set up Scott Brown with a nice wee flick for Bruni's goal. So what was your overall thoughts on Klimala, not just in yesterday's game, but in terms of where you see him for between now and the end of the season?
Well, we'll talk about yesterday's game first. I actually thought he played not bad. He's got a good bit of pace on him.
He does.
And he actually did well for the chance. I think he should have scored. The goalie done well, but he'll be disappointed that he didn't score. I mean, that would have got his Celtic career off to a right good start, like first goal. But, he's got an assist. He played a part in Bruni's goal. It was a decent performance. I mean, nothing to be concerned about. And, I don't know. I don't know how often he'll feature this season. That's the thing. I think we'll not see the best of him until next season.
Yeah.
Edouard and Griffiths are playing so well now. I think Edouard will be first pick every week anyway. As long as this system is doing well, which it is, there's no need to change that. Griffiths will be number 2 striker. I think he'll probably just get appearances here and there like he has been. Maybe I'm hoping that maybe if we're beating Hearts 3-0 or something on Wednesday, give him 20 minutes, half an hour.
That's what he's been
minutes.
doing, hasn't he? Because we've seen him. I think we saw at Motherwell, at Thistle, and at St Johnstone, games that were all wrapped up.
And they only really get 10 minutes, last 10-15 minutes. And he's not really had the longer spell. So I'm hoping that after that performance yesterday, he'll get a longer run out his next game.
Yeah.
But I can't really see him starting. We've got Hearts, Aberdeen, Copenhagen. They're the next 3 games. I can't really see him starting any of them. But I think he can still contribute, but we'll probably not see his best until next season. He done not bad yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about we'll not see his best till next season, in many ways, that's not necessarily a bad thing because we were speaking, I think we did I don't know if it was me and you or me and David or whatever, but, late last year we did a show on, looking at our striking options and the fact that we needed someone in to replace Edouard. And I don't know if Klimala's that man. Something tells me he's maybe not that direct replacement, but who knows. But the fact that he's got, until the end of the season, basically, the pressure's off in a way. Of course, you've always got pressure when you sign for Celtic, especially when you've come in for, whatever it was, 3.5, 4 million. But the fact that, Edouard's got, I think, 6 or 7 goals already this year. Griffiths has got, I think, 4 or 5. So those guys are firing him in. The pressure's almost off Klimala in a way. I don't think that's a bad thing. He can get to grips with surrounding his teammates, get to visit all the various Scottish grounds, and
lucky him.
Exactly. Well, we wonder kind of what he's come in for when he leaves Poland and comes to places like Broadwood. But yeah, between now and the end of the season, the pressure's off in a way. When we signed him, we probably felt like he was coming in, and if Edouard gets injured, Klimala could be a guy to go to lead us to 9 in a row. I don't feel as if that's the case anymore, because of course Edouard could still get injured, but now we've got Griffiths, and to a lesser extent he scored yesterday. Bayo, maybe that makes him a more viable option again as well. But yeah, I like Klimala. He's certainly not a dud. He's different to a lot of strikers we've had in the last wee while. We've not had many strikers with raw pace that he's had in a while. Try to even think of, I know players like Dembele were relatively quick, but
somebody like Timothy Weah, I suppose.
Yeah, and I suppose he was a striker in a way. I mean, Kenny Miller was the one I was thinking of all those years ago in terms of that pace, but he does have that raw pace that can startle defenders. I think that could be a real big attribute for him and the team going forward.
Yep, would agree.
Just touching on a couple of the other players that we want to from the game yesterday, they both came on as substitutes. Marian, Shved, and Vakoun, Bayo. Obviously, Bayo gets his goal. It's a tap in. It's actually a really good movement. I think because you watch him. I think it's Bauer, isn't it? And he peels off his man. Gets it, and it's just a tap in, but the movement was really good, and you're just hoping he can now kick on for that.
I would hope so, but I mean, again, it's hard to judge. I mean, he'll only get, I'd imagine, like 10, 15 minutes, if that. I mean, he's not even been getting that when he's been playing. He's getting like 5 minutes, which is a shame for him.
When was the last time we actually
I think
saw
St
him?
Johnson. He came on,
but that was
Johnson.
for Kelly. It was.
Kelly,
he came on. That was
the
93rd minute or something.
Something like that. So I mean. I did well for the goal. He had another chance as well. They could have done better with. I don't know. I mean, I feel sorry for him because his first half season last year was ruined because of injury. He made one appearance against Kilmarnock. He's not really featured that much. When he did score against Hearts, of course, got it ruled out unjustly by the SFA twice. So I don't know really.
The thing I say about Bayo. And folk forget this about writing him off. He's only started 2 games for Celtic.
I know.
And he scored in one of them, and the other one was that Hearts one.
Aye.
And he scored obviously yesterday. He's literally only started 2 games. I know he's had a lot of sub appearances, but that run we went through, we had the Hibs draw and the Livy defeat. He came on as a sub in both of those games because he was quite literally the only other option because Griffiths wasn't around. And Edward had bad days, both of them. And if Edward's having a bad day, you can't exactly expect Bayo to come on and change the game. So I feel like
he didn't really do much in the games either.
I know he's struggled a bit, and I know he maybe doesn't look everything we wanted, but I do think folk are a bit quick to write him off.
I don't know, because it was interesting that there was reports that he wanted a loan. He asked to leave, but
is that not good though? You want to get out and play?
I thought that was good, but we knocked it back, and Lennon says he wants 4 strikers. So I was thinking that maybe he'll get more chances because we're determined now to play 2 strikers. I don't think that'll change. Maybe until we play Copenhagen, and I'd just be surprised if we didn't play 2 strikers against Copenhagen. But we'll just need to wait and see. I mean, I think he would benefit maybe next season for going on loan, but then it depends what happens with Eddie and like Griffiths and Bayo. I'm sure he wants to play in similar to Klimala. I don't know how much he'll get this season because our 2 strikers are now banging form, but then you don't know how long Griffiths will stay in form because he had that bad spell last season. It's late before Christmas.
Just on Griffiths and Edward, obviously this is the first show we've done since the Motherwell victory. What a performance, the 2 of them.
Oh,
especially in the second half.
For the... Was it the one I was thinking about was before that game when we played St Johnson when the 2 of them linked up for Ncham's goal, but then second half were brilliant. I mean, how did Ncham miss that sitter?
Against Motherwell, that would have been folk talk about that McGregor goal, but that goal would have been exceptional. Is that the one when
Griffiths back heeled him and then Ncham had load and Eddie loads of space?
The thing I loved about that was that Griffiths knew exactly where Edward was. He had his back to him. He knew Edward was running on, and he didn't have to turn. He just flicked it back. And then the fact that folk sometimes criticise Edward for being a wee bit greedy, but the fact that Edward just passed it in perfect ball, and Cham should bury it. But by the way, we've got a video coming on Olivia and Cham later on in the week. We're going to chat a little bit about his impact in the team and how he's kind of moulding into that role, and whether Ryan Christie's place in the team is maybe up for grabs now. But that's coming later on in the week. Just finally, Shved.
I thought he'd done well, but he was only on for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's only his 3rd appearance for Celtic. And he's only played, I think, something like 35 minutes for Celtic.
Just going off topic, do you think we as fans read too much into cameo appearances? We're here sitting doing a show on Klimala's debut. It was his first ever start. Shved coming on for 6 minutes and Bayo a little bit longer. You know what we're talking about? Other players playing minutes here and there, judging them so quickly. Do you think we're kind of overcritical or overanalyse?
Probably, but we're Celtic fans, and that's what Celtic fans have done since forever. Especially when it's players that have not played for ages, and when we're struggling in games, you see it on the internet. People like, why Shved not get a chance? Every time they announce the team on Twitter, there's always people going, where's Shved? Always without fail.
Strange though, isn't it? When the team's winning.
And I think I was looking yesterday at one of the forums, and when it came up that Hayes was like I was looking after the game when Hayes was at the first sub. People were like, "Oh, we're making a sub. It's going to be Hayes," and it was Hayes, and people were going ballistic. So I don't know. It's just the nature of
team's winning.
I know, but it's the nature of being a football fan and being a Celtic fan that people are never satisfied. And like we don't see the players much. So I mean, this is a rare chance. I mean, it was always a game we were going to win. Let's be real. Like we don't lose to Clyde often. We're going to see fringe players. We might not see them again until next month, maybe. So I can understand the clamour for talk about it. So I don't know. The lot should be quite pleased with our performances.
Yeah.
Klimala will be annoyed they missed that chance, but I mean, nothing to worry about. And it was another win, and the Celtic machine rolls on relentlessly.
Exactly. Just finally on Klimala, John Kennedy, just some quotes from him. He said that he did fine. This is talking about Klimala. Yep. He just needs to settle in and not put too much pressure on himself.
Oh no, that shows that they've got faith in him.
Hopefully that goes for the fans as well. Just take it down a notch. He'll come good.
Do you think that'll happen?
We're speaking to every Celtic fans watching this. John, what's your message?
Give Klimala a chance, lads.
There you go. There's a definite message. Right, finally, St Johnstone away in the next round.
Well, I actually missed the draw, and my cousin was phoning me during it. He gave me updated, and he's a Partick Thistle fan, so that's devotion for you.
They're out to beat. We put them.
We put them. And when the first four came, I thought it's going to be Rangers in it. Did you
or
think
Hearts.
Well?
I thought it was going to be Rangers at Ibrox. I had that feeling of.
I was thinking that as well.
And they'd be celebrating the draw again.
Aye. But then when it came up St Johnstone, I thought, well, that's probably I wouldn't say easiest because it's away, but I mean, I've got no fears about playing them.
You saw the way we dismantled them last week.
We'll have like 3 stands again. This will be like another home game for us.
Good.
And if it'd been like Tynecastle, that would have been a concern. I still think we would have won, but that's one that was a little like a real banana skin.
Tynecastle, Ibrox, Easter Road, Pataudry.
Right.
They're all tough.
I know. As long as
the good thing is, beat St Johnstone. We're back at Hampden, and say it very quietly, but good treble.
I know we can't talk about that. People get upset.
Right, we'll stop this here then. Thanks again for your time, John. We've spoken a bit about a few players. Will we see the likes of Klimala, Shved and Bayo in the future? Stay tuned to find out. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed, give that a go. You can just click somewhere there. We're also putting a wee shout out for the Boys v Blue Noses podcast, which we are on most weeks. We chat with a couple of the other side. We rub it in when Rangers get beat, which is quite often at the moment. If you've not yet followed that, or if you've not even come across that, just search YouTube Boys v Blue Noses podcast and give that a wee subscribe as well, because we're trying to get above the 1,000 mark, I think, or even a wee bit further than the 1,000 mark.
Above 1,000, we're looking for more anyway.
1,100 we want. But thanks very much. Stay tuned later on in the week.